Today is Tuesday, which means it is update day, and holy, we got some stuff. Not only is the BR Island finally in Fortnite Creative, but we also got a lot of purple to look at. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Before we move over to the BR Island and everything that comes with it, we obviously have to check out first the normal boring creative, which is not boring at all. It is quite purple these days, because as you can see, we have a lot of cubes now. Deconvergence finally made its way into creative. It has been a while, but we finally have 4 of the prefabs and 5 galleries in total. I have to admit, they're actually pretty cool. And no, before you asked, you cannot jump on these caverns. We now have different colored caverns, but they are not working like Kevin. You cannot jump on them. They do not do anything cool. And even more disturbingly, you can actually destroy them. But in the prop gallery, there's also new particle, which I personally think looks really cool. I'm actually not 100% sure if you can see that on the video, but the gallery overall is obviously a huge W for everybody that likes to build with these. It is obviously very specific and very purple. I think overall this is a W, especially with the cubes, which can be used in different galleries as well. To add further, we also got a new light gallery. This one is pretty cool because I'm always struggling to find lights and I always have to look for multiple different galleries to find the lights that I want. And now they're all compacted nicely in one gallery, most of them I would say. The gallery is called the Alternative Lights Prop Gallery and can be found obviously under the galleries, not under the devices. Coming into the prop mover, which still has the options to rotate and counter rotate, are still not working. So sadly we can still not rotate props. And if you're wondering if the ball got fixed or we have a Rocket League ball by now, I would say no. Still not working. However, that is obviously nothing compared to this. DBR Island is finally in Fortnite Creative. It has a few downsides, but overall it's, I think, a pretty cool thing. Let's quickly give you an overview of what you can actually do here and what can you not do. First of all, you cannot go into the BR Island and actually build there. Everything is locked. You cannot like build your custom stuff inside of the island. It is the BR Island and it will actually automatically update with the real BR Island. So everything that happens in the BR world, in the real BR, also happens in the creative BR. Having that said, you can still do a lot with devices. While you cannot build with props and like other custom builds, you can do a lot of stuff. There's 4 new devices which are exclusive to this BR Island, which are the loot controller, the deployment console, the stormcaller, and also the map settings controls. These settings are actually not super crazy and do not like give too many options. As you can see, you can have like target bots, vehicles enabled, wildlife. In the storm, you can obviously control whatever the storm you want to have, so it's really cool for like custom game modes. Deployment console is basically all about the battle bus and how people should be deployed. And obviously in the loot controller, you can control everything that you always wanted. 100% chest spawn rates, loot battle royale, you can do explosive sniper. You can make your, technically you can make your own LTM with this one. So if you want to have sniper only LTM, you can do that in this console. But it doesn't stop here. You can also go into the creative section. And there is actually a new section which is called Battle Royale devices, which means you can basically use all of these devices for BR, which means you can use the player counter, the class selector, so you can have custom classes as well. In this item grinders, basically most of the very good devices you can use still here. There's one downside to this, which I might have to do a different video on because I'm not sure how this will work yet. You cannot fly out of here, so I'm not sure if you can actually place them inside of the area or if there's like a special button. But you can place these devices in this zone on the hover platform and use them, I guess. You can technically even give people challenges. We have the tracker enabled, so you can have like challenges and then give them loot for that. So you can create like custom NPC challenges, I guess, with the tracker and other devices. So also very important, you can publish the islands. But supported creator stuff doesn't really work, so you cannot earn any money from this. I'm not sure how this works with the supported creator stuff, and because you technically publish the island under your name, so people know who you are and can use your supported creator code. But you can obviously not use the supported creator device in here. It is not under the section of the devices here. But yeah, you can technically publish it, and also you still have to convert it. It is still currently the channel system. In here, so if you want to use the new event binding, then you have to use that as well. And that wraps it all up. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know what your favorite part of this update is. I'm pretty sure most of you guys will say DBR Island. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys back in the next one.